I'm super sad today. So I'm working on my truck, and for the past week I've been making videos for you guys, YouTube, that if you guys have the same problem that I got, on how to fix it, how to diagnose it, how to do it right. And I had all these videos on my GoPro and on my SD card or whatever, and long story short, I broke a clamp for the fuel injector, number 2 cylinder. Take the whole top of the motor off, you know, the intake manifold, all that stuff. And so I do all this stuff, and I go to put it in my DeWalt scope, and it like made an error and stuff, and said I had to format it and something, and it locked it up. I don't know what was happening. I was holding it funny, the screen, because the screen comes off on this here. When I touched my fingers, felt like it was hot or something. So I pulled the card out, and it was like super hot. I could barely touch it. So this, I don't know. And I put it in the, I put it back in my GoPro. Won't even register. It says no SD card. Great. Put it on my computer. Won't even register on my computer. So all that information gone. So, but anyways, recap. About a month ago, broke down. Long story short, the injector blew out of the cylinder head because Ford made shitty clamps. And I'll post a picture of what the TSB was. It was like the first gen 6.7 Powerstrokes until like April or something, 2012 production date, had these faulty clamps. So of course I didn't know that because I don't take my truck into Ford to get a service. I do my own service because I don't trust Ford. I don't trust mechanics. If you want it done right, you do it yourself. Main reason being, I lost a turbo on my truck. I was working an outage, and dead of winter, obviously I can't work on it. You know, what outage is? I was like 3 hours away from home, living at a hotel, so I'm not gonna. Yeah. So I took the Ford dealer. They charged me $3,100 to replace the turbo on my truck, and I got it back with a check engine light, and I'm like, that's weird. So I get back to the house, or the hotel I was staying at, because I left my tuner there because I didn't want them to, you know, fuck with my truck. So I plug in the tuner. It gives me a code of something with the high pressure fuel pump reg sensor or something. So long story short, what was this? And the zip ties I did because those assholes broke the clip that held this connector onto the sensor. So I had to take the entire upper manifold, the lower manifold off just to get to this, and I had to zip tie this motherfucker on there because I couldn't get my hands in there any other way and get a zip tie on there. So I don't know why they broke the clip, or they even had to get to the clip, this, to even mess with the turbo. You know, I don't know. And then come springtime, it's warm out, my air conditioning wouldn't work. Well, those assholes loosened all the air conditioning fittings according to my Ford dealer I bought it from, which is who I trust, which is 3 hours the other way, where I grew up at. And that cost me another $500 to get my air conditioning fixed. So, long story short, I do not take my truck to the dealer. Hence why this has been sitting in my driveway for 4 weeks, while I collect parts and information and figure out how to do it. So anyways, this is the clamp I broke. This holds the injector in place. So you got the injectors in the head, right? Holds it on like that. This clamp goes there, right? And this bolt goes in through the hole there. And there's the head of the bolt. Isn't that great? That goes on there. So I'm assuming the clamp broke and the injector just kept pounding on the bolt until the top of the head broke, and then the injector popped out. And I'll post a picture of what it looked like when it first happened. So you can see the bolt's pretty messed up there. So, but yeah, so then I go try to find a new clamp and find the part number, Google it, whatever, and it took forever. But I finally found it, and it was replaced by a part number, replaced by another part number. So 4 revisions later of Ford making new designs, I got the Delta D version part number. So I ordered 3 of them. So I got 2 spares. I think I might take one of them, send them out to my buddy who owns a CNC shop, and have him make a billet steel one and get some anodized or something, so that this doesn't happen again. So now, I guess recap, because I lost all that video. Now I'm ready to put the injector back in. Yeah, put the injector back in, and I saw another video. I'll put a link into that in the description too, where looks like a dealer. This happened to a service truck or something. Happened to a dealer, and he lost the copper crush washer. Couldn't find it anywhere. So the whole point, I was trying to make a video of me using the scope, because I found the copper crush washer down in the injector board. It's laying down there. I'll put a picture on that too, and a little video I used of my phone recording the screen, because I was trying to use a video of the scope so it looked cool, make a good video, but I ended up fucking it all up. So now I'm in the process of cleaning out the cylinder. I want to make sure there was no fuel in there, because it was just spraying fuel everywhere when it happened, because it was, you know, not only spraying fuel from the injector into the cylinder head, but the return line, this piece here was broke, and this is what goes on the side of the injector, this piece here, and this is a bleed off for the return off the injector. So what sucks is if you break this plastic thing, as you can see there, you have to replace the entire $240 hose that goes to all 8 injectors and feeds up to, I believe, this piece right here. So Ford wants $250 I found this place in Pensacola, Florida, Ford dealership, I think, and they sell, I think the whole hose was like $140 shipped, so that was nice. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to take the clips off the return clips, because they're kind of tricky, because you gotta like lift up on the center, whatever. It's kind of weird. So look for that extra video. I'll put a link in that too. So now we're gonna put the injector in.